Hello, everyone, and welcome out to El Camino College, live from Torrance, California, here at Warrior Field. Jonathan Ortiz alongside Jeff Miera for game two of a three-game series, or a best two out of three game series, featuring your El Camino Warriors and the Glendale City College Vaqueros. Well, one win away. One win away, Jeff, and we are on our way to Fresno. We've come this long. We've endured heartbreak. We've endured moments of glory. One step away from our ultimate goal. And on the mound today, for the Vaqueros, trying to prevent the Warriors and to force a game three, Kevin Holcomb. El Camino, of course, has a 1-0 lead in the series after taking a demanding win yesterday from these Vaqueros. The offense was there for the Warriors, accompanied by stellar pitching. The final score of that matchup was 14-2. But it's a new day. It's a new approach by both teams, and let's see what they have in store for us. Kevin Holcomb on the mound. He's 6'5", 210 pounds. He is making his 18th appearance of the season. It seems like he tends to come out of the bullpen. He has only 44 innings pitched, a 6-0 record with one save, and he has a 1.43 ERA. The lowest ERA we have yet to see from these Vaqueros. The starting lineup for the Warriors: Jerry Granillo leads things off. He'll be followed by Spencer Palmer. Hitting third, Joseph Borges. Hitting cleanup, Spencer Long. Hitting fifth, Ty Conrad. Hitting sixth, Aaron Orozco. Hitting seventh, Matthew Becerra. Hitting eighth, Brendan Casillas. And batting ninth, Taishi Nakawake. So, Jeff, here we go, man. It's a good matchup today once again. As we mentioned yesterday, the Vaqueros, great hitting. Pitching, not so much. But one interesting factor is Aaron Orozco's on the mound for the Warriors. He's fastball heavy. These guys can hit. We'll see what unfolds.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting matchup for sure. We saw yesterday was, a bit out of the ordinary. Not the game that anybody really expected to see in this matchup. So, we'll see how it changes. The dynamic of the matchup changes today. Orozco on the mound, just such a competitor. We've talked about it before, but always wanting to do what he can and basically win the game by himself if possible. So. Always good to have him on the mound, and the Warriors need to stay locked in and not underestimate their opponent today.
Spencer Palmer digs in. He takes a fastball on the outer half, called a strike. So lefty on righty matchup just getting started. Jonathan Ortiz alongside Jeff Miera, Stretch Sports Internet. Thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-2. And hopefully, Jeff, it's the last broadcast of the season for us, because if and when that occurs, that means we are on our way to Fresno.
Absolutely, yeah. You'd love to see the Warriors capitalize today on their lead and end the series today, punch their ticket to Fresno. But, again, this Glendale team's a very good team.
Ground ball towards the left side. The third baseman juggled, but he recovers to make the play. A key factor in yesterday's ballgame is the fact that these Vaqueros pitchers could not find the strike zone whatsoever. I think they gave up, 16 walks?
Yeah, that's what I was told yesterday at the end of the game. 16 walks.
Fastball swung on and missed. Big hack there by Joseph Borges as he comes up empty. Holcomb, on the other hand, looking to have a good start right here. Definitely finding the strike zone. Has two quick outs. No balls and one strike to Joseph Borges. It's in there for strike two. See if that'll give us time to go and take a look at the Vaqueros defensively. We'll try to wrap that up. At first base, we have Casey Slattery. At second base, Lucas Sakai. At shortstop, Zach Lafata. At third base, we have Hansio as the 0-2 pitch is fouled away. In left field, we have Brandon Lewis. In center field, Tom Tabak. And in right field, Trent McKenney. Behind the plate, Michael Choi. And on the mound, of course, Kevin Holcomb. So we noticed that yesterday after the third inning, Michael Choi was taken out of the game, and I was actually able to speak with him after the game. Jeff, he's a great guy, very humble young man. I gave him compliments due to the fact that during that third inning, we remember he blocked as a matter of fact, he blocked any ball that was in the dirt. Not one got past him. And he did say indeed that the reason why he was taken out of the game was to prepare him for today.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. You kind of want to give your guy any rest that you can, and if you've kind of cashed it in yesterday, then getting him some rest would be a good thing to do.
Chopper towards third. The play is made and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Warriors. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. Remember, in a 3-game series, when the Warriors do host, first game they are home, second game they are away, which is today. And if a third game is necessary, they'll be back at home. To the bottom of the first inning, no score. Bottom half of the first inning we go as the right-handed pitcher out of Bellflower, California, Aaron Orozco, takes the mound. He has an ERA just above 2 at 2.01, an 11-1 record. He's making his 16th appearance of the season. Underneath his belt, he also has 3 complete games. The opposition is hitting solely .214 against him. But Jeff, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast during the top half of the first inning, he's heavy on his fastball. He relies on that a ton. And this Vaqueros team can hit as a ground out towards second base puts us at 1 away here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Yeah, good start there by Orozco. 1 pitch, 1 out. And you're right, he's got a heavy fastball that he throws. He relies on that a lot, especially in out situations to get punch outs. So we'll see how they match up. And, maybe the location is going to be key today for him as far as staying off of the middle of the plate and on the edges.
I'll tell you what, though, I spoke to him after the game yesterday, and he is very confident. And sure enough, you see his demeanor, and there wouldn't be a situation where you would second guess San Orozco. He did tell me that he studied the way Jimmy Galicia threw at these pitchers. He saw how Jimmy Galicia's sliders kept them off balance. So he told me that those are 2 pitches he's going to rely on today, his fastball and his slider, especially on the outer half. Another thing he told me, and this was very blunt about him, he said, listen, Jonathan, if I could handle Cypress's lineup, I can get these guys.
Yeah, he's a confident guy, and he's one of those competitors. He just gets on there and he'll pitch it through a cement wall if he has to. And he gets up there with the mindset that he's going to win and he's better than the guy that he's facing. And that's it's served him well so far. And so for him to take that confidence into this game, it's no surprise.
Hansio digs in. He is the 3rd batter in the lineup here for the Vaqueros. He's 5'9", 175 pounds. Out of Los Angeles, California, he attended Laces High School. That's got to be an acronym. I won't be able to tell you what the complete name of the high school is, nonetheless. He's hitting 376 on the season with 10 home runs and 27 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch runs inside for a ball. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Talking to Nate Fernley prior to the game today, he told me that the field that Glendale plays on is fairly small, so that definitely contributes towards their high home run count. 2 balls and 1 strike. Orozco looks down the barrel to get a sign, delivers the 2-1 pitch. Runs inside. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. On the outer half, it misses for ball 4. The home run leader on the team, Brandon Lewis, digs in now. He's out of Altadena, California, and St. Francis High School. He leads the team with 11 home runs. Has a .293 batting average on the season. So in yesterday's lineup, 8 out of the 9 hitters had a batting average above 300. Let's remember, Jeff, Glendale's a team that does like to run, so no surprise Aaron Orozco's trying to keep them close.
Yeah, they're a team that really utilizes their speed on the bases, steals bases, puts pressure on defenses. So, not really surprised, or I'd be surprised if they didn't try and run today.
Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. And as we know, they are playing with their backs against the wall. If Glendale loses, they're going home. So they're going to lay everything down on the line for sure. They're going to do anything possible, anything within their mean to win this ball game. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 men down in the inning. Bottom half of the first, no score. Game 2 of a best of 3 game series. We are in the sectionals, 1 step away from Fresno. El Camino 1 win away. The 1-1 popped up towards the right side and out of play. Jeff, as much as you appreciate these parents coming out here, man, they will never learn. Foul balls do not come at a premium up there. They're there all the time.
I know. People continue to park there, and that's their choice if that's what they want to do. But I'm definitely not parking there.
The 1-2 fastball is the check swing. The first base umpire says that he did not go. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the umpiring crew for today's matchup. Michael Middlemore is behind the plate at first base, Brian Trejo, and at third base, Jim Sayer. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Orozco takes a peek towards first, settles back in. Delivers the 2-2 pitch. Comes back to hit Lewis on the elbow. He's awarded first base, so runners on first and second with 2 men down for Casey Slattery.
Not the end of an inning here that you want if you're a Roscoe. You want to keep that pitch count as low as you can and get out of these innings clean, especially early on. But still not in really trouble here. Just a couple base runners, but he's been in these situations before, and he's pitched his way out of base runners on base. So I'm sure he'll dial it up right now and lock in his location.
Slattery, big guy. He's 6'4", 240. Left-handed batter. He's out of Harvard Westlake High School and out of Studio City, California. He leads the team in RBIs with 44. Would love to get his team a lead here in the bottom half of the first. 1 ball and no strikes. Orozco takes a peek towards second. Not the biggest of leads there by Hansio. On the outer half, it's called a strike. The count is even at 1. Gray skies, nonetheless, there is a warm temperature. If you could, yeah. You could say that, Jeff. I don't know if you feel it, but I feel kind of snug up here.
It's warm, but still a chilly breeze blowing here.
Nowhere near the wind that we experienced yesterday. It's the 1-1. In there for strike 2. It's 1-2. Hansio leads off a second. Brandon Lewis leads off a first. Seal reached on a walk. Lewis, was hit by a pitch. As the 1-2 is fouled away. Count remains a ball and 2 strikes. So the game was originally a 1 p.m. start time, then moved to a 12 p.m. start time, then moved back to a 1 p.m. start time. So we do apologize if that caused any kind of inconvenience for our viewers. I did say at the end of the broadcast that the game was pushed to 12, as the 1-2 is a fastball swung on and missed for strike 3. The Vaqueros leave 2 runners on. Top of the second we go. No score. Top half of the second inning, it'll be Spencer Long, Ty Conrad, and Aaron Orozco. And I'm not sure if you can see it with our camera, but Spencer Long has actually been wearing a headband, a Nike headband, during this series. And then I asked him why today, and he's trying to cover up a cut that he received during practice when Aaron Orozco was swinging around a fungo. And, well, probably know the rest of the story. He came up next to Aaron. Aaron swung, hit him right on the forehead. It was a bloody mess. He needed to get some stitches, but he's all good and ready to go. But Long does say that he was fortunate that it was a fungo and not just a metal bat. That is popped up towards the right side and out of play.
Yeah, an unfortunate occurrence for sure, but Long's a tough kid. He got right back in there, and he was back to work once they got him patched up. So, it's going to take a lot more than a couple stitches to keep this kid out of the lineup. He wants to be here so bad, and he's such a good contributor to this team.
The 1-1 is popped up towards the right side in foul territory and out of play. The Warriors so far appear to be late on a handful of pitches. We'll see how they can adjust as the game unravels. The 1-2, below the knee, second for a ball. So Holcomb on the mound is out of Fraser Park. He attended Independence High School. He's a right-handed pitcher. As I mentioned, he's a big guy. He's 6'5", 210, as the 2-2 is a high fastball. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
You're doing a good job so far of keeping these Warriors hitters off balance. Haven't seen really much offensively yet, but still very early. But so far, the big right-hander looks to be in control.
Holcomb on the mound has only started one game prior to this one, and that was a non-conference matchup. He's only pitched 13 2/3 in in conference play. High fastball taken. The opposition against him, nonetheless, is hitting only 91. Pitch is in there for a strike. So he has been dominant. Nonetheless, we'll see how far his stamina allows him to go as the 1-1 pitch is fouled away. Drives the count to a ball and 2 strikes. Jeff, I know you weren't a pitcher, but how difficult do you think is the transition from being an arm coming out of the bullpen to being a starting pitcher?
Yeah, I think it's got to be a tough transition. You're used to coming in limited sample sizes and in limited innings. Coming in and you're able to throw everything you have. Your fastball, you can throw it as hard as you can. You can throw your changeup as good as you can. You don't have to save anything because you're only going, a couple innings or facing a couple batters. So it kind of gives you some freedom to really go max effort out of the pen. But then when you're starting, you got to save something so that you can sustain it over 5, 6, 7 innings. So making that transition has got to be tough. It's got to be a mindset adjustment.
Off speed pitch on the outer half, taken for a strike. Good speed, good location. It's 0-1. Aaron Orozco digs in, so not only does he pitch, but he also hits. He's hitting for himself today. No designated hitter in the lineup as the 0-1 pitch is below the knees. He did not go. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
And Orozco always loves to help himself out when he's in the batter's box, so we'll see if he can find a gap somewhere.
1-1 is in the dirt. Picked nicely by Choi behind the plate. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Looks like still have some breeze blowing out towards left, so wind's still going to be a bit of a factor, not nearly as much as yesterday, but it'll still play into today's game.
Here's the 2-1. That's towards the right side. The second baseman is there. Final out of the inning. It's been a smooth ball game for both teams thus far. Not much action. We head to the bottom half of the second inning. No score. Bottom half of the second inning, no score. Michael Choi leads things off. He'll be followed by Sammy Martinez and Lucas Sakai. I don't think we went through the offensive lineup for the Vaqueros, so we'll go ahead and do that. Trent McKenney led things off. Hitting second was Zach Lafada. Hitting third, Hansio. Hitting cleanup, Brandon Lewis. Hitting fifth, Casey Slattery. Hitting sixth, and at the play, Michael Choi. Hitting seventh, Sammy Martinez. Hitting eighth, Lucas Sakai. And hitting ninth, Tom Tabak. Defensively for the Warriors, Palmer at first base, Spencer Long at second, Taishin Akawake at short, Matthew Becerra at third, Ty Conrad in left, Joseph Borges in center, Jerry Granillo in right. Behind the plate, Brendan Casillas on the mound, Aaron Orozco. 2-1 is fouled back, 2-2. We saw Logan Young come into pinch hit in yesterday's ballgame. He struck out. He does seem good to go into play if necessary, but as you mentioned yesterday, Jeff, Jerry Granillo has put together some good at-bats, so why go ahead and fix something that is not broken, correct? Is that a center line towards the left side. Diving stop by Nakawake. He comes to his feet. Nice play there by the shortstop from Torrance.
Yeah, really nice effort there. Makes a diving play, gets up, delivers a strong throw across the diamond. Nakawake, we've just been so spoiled watching him play defense all year long, and you know the things that he does, he makes it look so easy when really those are some really tough plays that he's making.
Sammy Martinez digs in. He came in as a defensive replacement for Michael Choi yesterday in the 4th inning. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Orozco looks down the barrel to get a sign, delivers the 1-0 pitch, high fastball, and misses way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. We haven't seen a hard hit ball yet. It's now 2-1. Martinez is out of Pasadena. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. He's hitting .333 on the season. 6 home runs and 29 RBIs. Orozco gets the sign. He has 1 strikeout thus far. Strikeout number 2. Throw it around the horn. Brendan Casillas, 2 away. Two men down as Lucas Sakai digs in. On the outer half, and it misses for a ball.
Yeah, we're not feeling much wind down here at our level, Jonathan, but look at that flag out in center. It's, I think, staying up. So must be some good wind up above this parking structure. Kind of we're shielded a little bit, but up above the treetops, looks like there's a good amount of wind.
It's in there for a strike. It's 2-1. And Lucas Sakai, I think, is from Brazil, because he is from a town called Sao Paulo. He attended Brazil High School. I looked up Sao Paulo on Google, and the only kind of results I got was for Brazil itself. A head-first dive there, and Sakai beats out the throw. It was a ground ball towards the right side. Spencer Long was reaching for it. Spencer Palmer was also on his way down there. He then retrieved to the first base bag, but heads-up play there by Lucas Sakai to make it in time. You don't score that in air for sure, correct?
No, that's a hit. And we'll see if head coach Nate Friendly is heading out to talk to the umpire. Not sure what the argument is here.
So nothing more than just a brief discussion between Nate Fernley and the first base umpire. Tom Tabak digs in now. He's out of Calabasas, California, and Agora High School. He's hitting .311 on the season with 2 home runs and 26 RBIs. Throw back over to first base. We'll take a look at the stolen base count for Lucas Sakai. He's got to have a good set of wheels. We saw him beat out that ground ball for an infield single. Well, you'd be surprised. He only has 2 stolen bases the entire season. So he does not pose much of a threat to run. He does have a good-sized lead nonetheless. It's on the outer half and called a ball, 1-0. One thing I have noticed about these Vaquero base runners, regardless of their stolen base count, they get very antsy leading off of first base. They like to dance around, bring attention towards them. Throw back over from Orozco, not in time. One ball and no strikes. Tom Tabak at the plate. Throw back over. He got him. Aaron Orozco says, oh, you want to play some games? Let me show you what I've got. Top of the third inning. No score. Top half of the third inning here from El Camino College. On the grounds of Warrior Field, Matthew Becerra, Brendan Casillas, and Taishi Nakwake due up next for the Warriors. There's only been one hit in the ball game. That was an infield single to Lucas Sakai. Becerra digs in. The right-hander delivers. Below the knees for a ball. It's 1-0.
And the Warriors would love to get some offense started here. Orozco's pitching his tail off, so love to help him out on the offensive end, get something started here, get your team a little bit of momentum.
High fastball, 2-0. You definitely want to do that, Jeff, given the fact that the Vaqueros already have pressure applied to them because they know if they lose, their season ends here. And if you go ahead and push them more to the edge with having a lead, that applies extra pressure. You get into their mind, and things unravel as the 2-0 pitch is on the outer half. Good take there. Becerra's out of Maricosta High School in Manhattan Beach, California. He is in his sophomore year, hitting .225 with 2 home runs. He played in 45 games for El Camino in 2018, where he hit .267. Inside fastball, 4-pitch walk given to Becerra as Brendan Casillas digs in. So Casillas went hitless yesterday, but on all 3 balls he made contact with, they sure enough could have dropped in for base hits. He was robbed all 3 times. 3 great defensive plays from the Vaqueros, preventing Brendan Casillas from boosting his batting average. It's at a mere 116. But he's done a nice job behind the plate for El Camino. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, interested to see here if the Warriors elect to try and play some small ball or if they just go for, letting Casillas swing away.
The third baseman, Hans Seal, is playing very, 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 very close to the mound. Initially, he was far above the edge of the grass. Casillas is actually also out of El Segundo High School. I didn't know that, Jeff. Why didn't you tell me? Strike 3. Taishi Nakawake digs in.
Tough call there. I thought that breaking ball was a little bit out of the zone. But yeah, Casillas is another member of the Eagles alumni group that we have going on here at El Camino College. So, always good to have El Segundo kids on the team, in the administration, on the staff. It's just, as I've mentioned before, El Segundo High School is where champions are created. So,
very, very humble of you, Jeff.
oh, that's right. I did go there. I forgot for a second. I was thinking about Grant Palmer, Derek Duarte, Spencer Long, Spencer Palmer, Brendan Casillas, Jimmy Galicia, all these guys. Those are all the champions that I was referring to. But I guess you're right. I went there too, huh?
Yeah, it's funny because during the postgame interview yesterday, we had Spencer Palmer up here, and Jeff wanted to ask him a question, but we were talking about complete games pitched at El Segundo High School, and Jeff said, I have one too, as that is going to fall in for a base hit into left center field. 1-out single for Taishi Nakawake. So when Jeff said, I have one too, I thought he was referring to the fact that he also pitched a complete game at El Segundo High School, but what he had was a question. So, Jeff, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a little miscommunication. I was trying to it was the first time that we had Spencer Palmer up here in the booth, and so I wanted to try and capitalize on that and see if I could ask him a question. But the interview was great. He's such a good kid. Great answers.
He really is, yeah.
Stuff like that. So it was good to have him up here and good to see him doing successful.
Runners on first and second with one man down for Jerry Granillo. El Camino presented with their first opportunity of the ball game to take a lead. It's a righty-on-lefty matchup. Holcomb delivers the pitch. Outside fastball taken. It's 1-0. Nate Friendly also mentioned to me today that the strike zone yesterday appeared to be very, very, very tiny for these pitchers on the mound. It was a condensed strike zone, so they definitely had to lay it in there to get a call there by the home plate umpire. It's 1-0 strikes here to Granillo. Off a second leads Becerra. Off a first, Nakawake as the 1-0 pitch. It's taken as well, 2-0.
And with that new information that you just shared with us about the strike zone being so small yesterday, that makes it even more impressive what Galicia was able to do, as well as Draves come in and really shut this potent offense down when they had to be in the zone to get any sort of call.
I mean, at the end of the day, this Vaqueros lineup was held to only 4 hits and 2 runs. Very, very impressive indeed. 2 balls and no strikes to Granillo. He's put together some great at-bats. He's very disciplined. He'll take a fastball on the outer half called a strike. It's now 2-1.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see him take another strike. Really make this pitcher prove that he's going to be in the zone and be consistent with his location. So Granillo's such a patient hitter and just puts together such good at-bats.
Granillo's out of Long Beach, California. He attended Wilson High School. Check swing, did he go? Second base umpire says that he did not. And Jeff, that's something that's always bothered me because it happened in Fresno in 2017. It was a check swing call, and it's made by the second base umpire. I don't see how he can have a better perspective than the home plate umpire. I understand if you go to third base, but there's no one standing over there.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of one of those things that it's a tough play, tough call sometimes. You get it right, sometimes you get it wrong, but you just hope that it errs on your side.
3-1 taken. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count for Jerry Granillo. He's also in his sophomore year. His freshman season, he appeared in 42 games in the outfield for the Warriors, hitting .218 with 20 RBIs. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Jerry. Holcomb steps off the rubber. At Long Beach Wilson High School, his varsity year, he hit .410. So Granillo's definitely got a good bat. Has fallen into a slump here at El Camino College, but recently he's done a nice job looking at some pitches, working the count. We'll see what comes out of this 3-2 pitch. Towards the left side, it's slicing in for a base hit. Taking the turn is Matthew Becerra. He's on his way home. He'll get there standing. RBI single for Jerry Granillo. 1-0 in favor of the Warriors.
Yeah, just a really good job there by Granillo. Again, putting together such a good at-bat. Works the count full and then able to go the other way with the pitch he gets. You know, poke it into left field for an RBI single. Just a fantastic at-bat there by the leadoff man, Granillo.
Spencer Palmer once again integrated into this kind of situation. All postseason long, he's been stepping in with runners on first and second, or just with runners on in general, particularly in this situation here. Let's see what he has in store for us this time around.
It's incredible how many times he's come up with runners on, especially first and second. This is incredible.
Holcomb delivers, high fastball, 1-0.
And, you know, I would not be surprised if yesterday's game really kind of sparked something for Palmer. He put together some at-bats that we're more accustomed to seeing, you know, not so much chasing pitches, but really just shortening his swing with 2 strikes, making adjustments mid at-bat. Had a really good day yesterday at the plate, I thought.
The 1-0 is swung on and missed. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now. Palmer, of course, committing to Virginia Tech University. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Nakawake leads off of second base. Jerry Granillo leads off of first. Granillo had an RBI single to score Matthew Becerra from second. As the 1-1 runs inside, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 hits, 1 run in the ball game for the Warriors. 1 hit, no runs in the game for Glendale.
It's a tight game. It's a lot different than the dynamic of the game was yesterday at this point. But Warriors looking to make the most of their opportunities here today.
2 balls and 1 strike. Holcomb looks down the barrels to get a sign, looks hesitant to throw. Instead, he goes back towards second. Count remains 2 balls and 1 strike. Remember, Holcomb prior to this game has only started 1 matchup, and that was in non-conference play. As Jeff mentioned, it's a difficult transition. Who knows how much Holcomb has left within him? No movement in the bullpen for Glendale. The 2-1 pitch to Palmer. Misses below the knees. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Awaiting on deck for the Warriors is Joseph Borges.
You can also see Spencer Long here in the hole, just kind of pacing around, anxious to get his shot to help the team out today. But 3-1 count here to Palmer. It's a good hitter's count. We'll see if Palmer's sitting on 1 pitch here.
The 3-1. Outer half taken for ball 4. Seemed to be a changeup.
Yeah, it looked like a changeup he just kind of left up there. Didn't finish the pitch, and ball sailed on him a little bit out of the zone. So good news for the Warriors. Loads up the bases with the extremely dangerous Joseph Borges walking up to the plate.
Extremely dangerous indeed. I read an article on the LA Times in regards to the series here between Glendale and the Warriors. And in the article they mentioned that this Warriors team is led by both Spencer Palmer and Joseph Borges. These have been 2 huge bats in the lineup for Camino. Due to the fact that offensively, it's fair to say that they have had their fair share of struggles. As we know, Jeff, the pitching has definitely kept them in the game for the majority of the time. But here in the postseason, the Warriors as a team have put together some really good at-bats. They're disciplined. They're waiting for their time. They're waiting for their pitch. And it's worked out lovely for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, making that adjustment, and Spencer Palmer kind of touched on it yesterday, I think, in the interview when he talked about how they've gone over the game plan. They have the scouting reports on these pitchers, so really just trying to stick to that, put together good at-bats and get into the bullpen. And they've been extremely successful so far with that approach.
One man down, bases are loaded. Joseph Borges at the plate. The right-hander delivers the pitch. In there for a strike, it's 0-1. Top half of the third inning, 1-0 score in favor of El Camino.
Really, all Borges needs to do is hit a fly ball, sac fly somewhere, get a run in. Doesn't have to try and do too much. You don't need a double here. Obviously, you'll take it if you get it, but all you need is a sac fly and get Nakawaka in from third.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's hit on the line towards right center field. It'll split the gap and bounce off the wall. Granillo follows Taishi Nakawake home. Spencer Palmer is held at third. 2 RBI double for Joseph Borges.
I said he didn't need a double, and Borges says, yes, you do. Hits it right into the gap for a 2-run double, so huge at-bat there. Just a fantastic job of hitting lately by Borges. Just any pitch he gets, he's not missing many of them. So great job there. Warriors now with a 3-run lead, still second and third with 1 out. And looks like the Vaqueros are bringing the infield in here, not wanting to give up another run in this situation.
Spencer Long with an opportunity to extend the lead for the Warriors. First pitch swinging, 0-1. As Jeff mentioned, the infield comes in for Glendale. They cannot afford to surrender another run. El Camino has arguably the best pitching in the state. Aaron Orozco is on the mound for the Warriors today. An ERA just above 2 at 2.01. He's 11-1 on the season. No balls and 1 strike. Holcomb delivers on the outer half. No balls and 2 strikes. The bat of Ty Conrad awaits on deck. 3-0 here in the top half of the third inning. RBI single from Jerry Granillo. 2 RBI double from Joseph Borges.
Long's got to make a 2-strike adjustment here. 0-2. They've been working him off the plate. Got to shorten up his swing, put something in play.
Here's the 0-2 pitch from Holcomb on the mound. In there for strike 3. Not what we are accustomed to seeing. Poor at-bat to say the least there by Spencer Long. You never want to take strike 3 looking, especially with runners on.
Yeah, that's a tough at-bat. Unproductive at-bat there. But the Warriors still, Ty Conrad, a very dangerous bat in his own right. So we'll see if he can find a hole, maybe score another run or 2. Borges, great speed on second base, so a base hit. I'm sure Grant Palmer's going to send him on a base hit.
Palmer on third, Borges on second. Righty on righty matchup at the plate. The sophomore Ty Conrad with an opportunity here with 2 men down. He'll take a fastball on the inner half for a strike. It's 0-1. Where's Ty's dad? He's typically on the second level of the parking structure. That guy is a joy to speak with. He's got a ton of energy. He always tells me, you got to give me some camera time. So his son's now at the plate, keeping an eye out for him. It's no balls and 2 strikes now. We've got some great fans indeed. We've got characters out here at Warrior Field. I mean, we have people who don't even have children on the team, or more so a son on the team, or any kind of relative, and they still come out here to support El Camino College. And some of these fans have been doing it for years. So you love to see how the Warriors bring the community together.
Yeah, it's a special environment here, a special kind of group that Fernley and the coaching staff have been able to put together here. These players really come together as a family, and the community rallies around that. They see the hard work that goes in and the success that we're able to have here, and the community really, can get behind that and supports us really well.
No balls and 2 strikes to Conrad. Here comes the pitch. High fastball, nowhere near the strike zone. A ball and 2 strikes. As Jeff mentioned, there's a slight breeze blowing out towards left field. Taking a look at the stats from this perspective, now I'm standing up. There is a good crowd on hand for Game 2 of a best-of-3 series between the Warriors and the Vaqueros. Here's a 1-2. Fouled away. Good cut there by Ty Conrad. Ty's a big guy. He's got a good physique. So he puts some good wood on it. You can say bye to that one in 3 different languages.
Yeah, good at bat so far by Ty. That's what he's got to do. He's got to battle. He got behind 0-2. Just got to look to battle, take the pitches that are off the plate, battle his way, try and find something to happen.
We'll do it again. This time at a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. For strike 3, the bottom fell out of that one. Frustrating at bat for both Ty Conrad and Spencer Long. But it's a team sport. When you go down, your other guys got your back. To the bottom half of the 3rd inning, 3-0 ball game in favor of the Warriors. Tom Sabak leads things off during the bottom half of the 3rd inning for the Glendale City College Vaqueros. He'll be followed by the top of the lineup in Trent McKinney and Zach LaFata. Bunt is shown, pulled back. No balls and 1 strike. Matthew Becerra plays on the edge of the grass for the Warriors. Here's the 0-1 from Orozco. Popped foul towards the left side. Out of play. The 0-2 is a ground ball towards the left side and into left field for a base hit. Leadoff single for Tom Tabak. As I mentioned yesterday, the Warriors surrendered only 4 hits to this Glendale City College offense. Glendale has 2 hits thus far, so they are halfway to where they were yesterday. As Trent McKinney, the best hitter in their lineup according to his batting average, which is at .438 coming into the game. It was at .460 yesterday, I believe, but he went hitless. He connects towards left field. Ty Conrad taking a good route to the ball, cutting it off in front of the left field fence.
A good job there by Ty, cutting that ball off and getting it in, not allowing the base runner to advance to scoring position. Ty's been playing such a good defensive left field for us all throughout the year, and especially now in the playoffs, you're seeing it even more.
Without a doubt. In Game 3 against Cyprus, no, it was Game 1 actually, where Jimmy Galicia took a perfect game, I think, into the 7th inning. Ty made some spectacular plays. Pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1. That's Zach LaFata at the plate now for the Vaqueros. Hansio waits on deck. Leading off of first base is Tom Tabak. Remember, Glendale is a team that likes to run. And if they're not running, they're going to go ahead to toy with you Zarin Orozco throws back. Orozco has picked off one runner today. That was Lucas Sakai in the bottom half of the second inning. Lafada popped up towards second base his first time up. Good sized lead there now, but to back. As the pitch is on the outer half and caught a strike, it's 0-2. Waiting on deck is Hansio.
And you know this Glendale offense has got to be itching to get something going. You know, they've been so far away from what they normally are. You know, they haven't been able to utilize their strengths in base running and stealing bases so far. So, you know, they've got to just be itching to get a stolen base under their belts.
The 0-2 pitch from Orozco on the outer half. Misses a ball and 2 strike. Aaron has 2 strikeouts thus far. There goes the runner. Brendan Casillas loses the ball in the mitt. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes with a runner on second base. Stolen base for Tom Tabak.
And that's what they do. They run themselves into scoring position. You know, now you got a runner on second base with 1 out. Hopefully Roscoe can, you know, throw an out pitch here.
Here's the 2-2. Towards the right side. Spencer Palmer gloves it. He'll step on the bag himself. Advancing to third on the play is Tabak.
Now Casillas has got to just make sure that he's dialed in and really focused, keeping every ball in front of him, not letting anything get by, because now you got a runner on third base. So anything, there's a lot of ways for him to score now. But you have 2 outs, so Roscoe's doing a good job of kind of managing the base runner.
Hans Seo digs in now. This is a huge lead here from Tabak. He's halfway down the line, perhaps. Matthew Becerra is not holding him off. I can assure you, Tabak's going to have a ton of fun. What do you say, Jeff? That's a good 10 feet off the bag?
Yeah, he's got a huge lead over here. Yeah, and rightfully so. It's with him.
1 ball and 1 strike to Seo. Does not have an official at bat. He walked his first time up. The 1-1 is outside. Brendan Casillas. It's a nice job from preventing that one from advancing to the backstop. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. 2 hits in the ballgame for Glendale. No runs to show for it. El Camino with 3 hits, 3 runs to show for it. Orozco gets the sign, delivers the 2-1. Seo comes up empty. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 men down. Bottom half of the 3rd inning.
A big pitch here. This is a big at bat. You'd love to get a 0 on the board for the Warriors here in the bottom of the 3rd after you score those 3.
Brandon Lewis awaits on deck. Here's the 2-2. Way outside, the count is full. The outfield playing very deep. The breeze continues to blow out towards left field. The skies are starting to clear up as the 3-2 is foul tip. Seo just gets a piece of that one to stay alive. Baseball's a game of inches, huh, Jeff?
Yeah, that was very, very close to being an out right there. Barely got the end of it on the cap of the bat. Just that's a really good pitch there by Orozco and a great job by Seo at the plate. Staying alive.
Here's the 3-2 from Aaron. High fastball, swung on and missed for strike 3. 3 strikeouts to the top of the 4th. 3-0 in favor of your El Camino Warriors. Aaron Orozco leads things off in the top half of the fourth inning for the Warriors. He's done a spectacular job on the mound. He does have 3 strikeouts. He's 0 for 1 at the plate. He takes the ball. It's 1-0. Kevin Holcomb remains on the mound for the Vaqueros. He is a sophomore. Once again, he is accustomed to coming out of the bullpen. He is not a starter. He's only started once prior to this start here.
Yeah, Warriors able to capitalize last inning. It looked like he made a couple mistakes, and Warriors made the most of it. So that's the 3 runs up there from last inning, but you know they're looking to add more to that total.
Good thing to keep in mind. Holcomb on the mound. The opposition was hitting solely 091 against them in conference play. It's 2 balls and 1 strike now. Off speed, ground ball towards the left side. The shortstop is there. Throw over to first, 1 away. Matthew Becerra digs in now. He reached on a walk and later on came around to score on an RBI single from Jerry Granillo in the 3rd inning. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. The right-hander delivers off speed on the outer half, well located, 0-2. Holcomb on the mound seems to have a pretty good looking changeup.
Hey, it looks like he's actually mixing his pitches pretty well, really utilizing his off speed.
Here's the 0-2. Picked in the dirt by Joy behind the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now.
And that's what it seems like he's having the most trouble with, is commanding the location of that fastball. He seems to be missing low, missing high, missing in and out. So he's struggling a little bit with fastball command, but other than that, looks like he's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches.
Well, that is something that Spencer Palmer noticed yesterday. He said that the Warriors team knew that these guys had trouble with their command. And sure enough, they've been putting together some really good disciplined at-bats. 2 balls and 2 strikes now for Becerra. Holcomb looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers the 2-2. Misses low once again, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So there were 16 walks total in yesterday's ball game. Holcomb has surrendered 2 walks thus far. Here in the top half of the 4th inning with 1 away. Full count pitch, strike 3. I'll tell you one thing though, he does have his fair share of strikeouts. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Warriors are looking for something else in 2 strike counts or what, if he's just doing a really good job hiding his pitch, but it seems like they're just not right. There's been a lot of looking strikeouts.
Yeah, 3 out of the 6 times they have struck out looking as that is fouled towards the right side and out of play. Here's the 0-1 fastball. Swung on and missed. Brendan Casillas down in the hole at no balls and 2 strikes. Three to nothing ball game in the top half of the 4th inning. Camino playing as a visiting team today. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Strikeout number 7. Not yet, says the home plate umpire. He calls that one a ball. It's 1-2. You hear the public address announcer from Murdoch Stadium. Another track and field meet for today. Here's the 1-2. High fastball. Evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fortunately, softball had their season come to an end last week. Correct, Jeff?
Yeah, it was a tough break for the softball team. They had such a good season. We're really doing well. They won the first game of the series, and then unfortunately weren't able to get the second victory on Saturday.
Did he go? Yes, he did. Strike 3. 7 strikeouts for Holcomb on the mound. But El Camino is enjoying a 3-0 lead. As we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, Jonathan Ortiz, Jeff Miura, Stretch Internet. Bottom half of the 4th inning, the left fielder and the leader in home runs, Brandon Lewis, leads things off. He'll be followed by Casey Slattery and Michael Choi.
And so far, a completely different feel to this ball game than the game yesterday. 3-run lead here for the Warriors, into the bottom of the 4th already. Both pitchers looking pretty comfortable on the mound, only giving up 5 hits total in the game. Just a bit of a different story here today.
Here's the 1-1 pitch, way outside. We'll take a look at the scoreboard throughout the league. Are there any games going on for today? Wow, there's actually some games that have actually wrapped up already. Sacramento City defeated Ohlone 12-1. San Joaquin Delta is defeating Los Medanos. I feel like these are the scores from yesterday though, but I guess not. 10-5. And Orange Coast College seems to be well on their way to Fresno as they have a 9-0 lead over Mount Sac in the bottom half of the 3rd inning.
Whew. Again, high scoring affairs here today in the sectionals, but we'll see this game a lot closer than that, and the leadoff runner aboard for the Vaqueros, so we'll see if Orozco can kind of pitch his way around that, and we'll see if Lewis looks to run on first base.
So Ohlone and Sacramento City will play a Game 3 on Sunday. In regards to San Joaquin Delta and Los Medanos, that game seems to be wrapping up. 5-run lead in the 9th inning for San Joaquin Delta. Yesterday, San Joaquin won that game, so San Joaquin Delta very close to clinching their way to Fresno. We see a meeting between the base runners and the hitters. It's only the second time all season I've seen that. El Camino did it once. I was quite confused. I'd never seen a team really do that before.
Yeah, it's not something you see often, but every once in a while, the offense wants to make sure that they're all on the same page. They were successful last time. They tried to steal a base, so not sure if they're going to try that again or maybe put something on like a hit and run. but just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page as far as the Vaqueros are concerned.
Casey Slattery digs in. He takes the ball. It's 1-0. So far looks like San Joaquin Delta will be at Fresno. By the looks of things, you expect to see Orange Coast College out there. 4 teams total. As a 1-0 is a big hack, swung on and miss. Slattery is at a count of 1-1. The outfield continues to play deep. The wind continues to pick up. Lewis leads off of first base, not a big size lead. Here's a 1-1. Popped up towards the left side of the infield. Ty Conrad makes the play in shallow left, 1 away. Not the at-bat Casey Slattery was hoping for.
But just the at-bat that Orozco was hoping for.
Why not?
Get the leadoff man on. You wanted to limit the damage and to get an easy pop-up. You know, not able to advance the runner to scoring position. You get your first out of the inning. You know, that just kind of is going to help him settle in to this inning, and hopefully he can continue pitching himself out of this inning. Breaking ball looked good. I guess it missed off the inside part of the plate, but a good breaking ball there by Orozco. I think still looking to find a little bit of control. Might be overthrowing things just a little bit, but you know, with all the nerves and the adrenaline, I don't blame him.
1-1, and that's the outside fastball there. And Orozco mentioned me yesterday. He's going to be looking forward to that quite often. That's hit towards the right side. Fair ball. They'll play it station to station. Jerry Granillo does a nice job of throwing the ball into the infield quickly. The cutoff man was Haitian Alkawaki, then deflected off his glove into the hands of Matthew Becerra, who was backing him up, fortunately for him. So runners on first and second with 1 man down for Sammy Martinez, the designated hitter out of Pasadena, California. Jeff, we know how potent this offense is for the Vaqueros. Aaron Orozco's got to come up with something quickly. He would not like things to get messy. As he delivers, pitch gets away from Casillas. Runners will advance. It's been all Warriors all series long. But Glendale City College hoping to get a glimpse of anything in their favor as they have runners on third and second with 1 man down with Sammy Martinez at the plate. It's in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Well, Jeff, it's chow time. Here we go. Aaron Orozco has got to buckle up.
Yeah, he's got
put everything behind his fastball.
He's got to find his way through this. This is the first real trouble he's been in today, so with 1 out in the inning, he's got to find a way through it.
Outside pitch, Brendan Casillas able to keep it in front of him. 2 balls and 1 strike. They do have a base open, so they want to be careful with Martinez. They can be. Lucas Sakai waits on deck. Brandon Lewis leads off of third base. Michael Choi leads off of second. Pitch is in the dirt once again. Nice block there by Brendan Casillas.
Now you're getting a 3-1 count, though. You work yourself into a hitter's count here. Orozco's got to be very careful with this next pitch. Don't want to give something up in the zone, a fastball that the hitter's looking for.
It's troubling indeed. 3 balls and 1 strike. Orozco delivers the pitch. Fastball on the outer half. The count is full, 3-2. Big pitch here for the Warriors. They have runners on third and second, 1 man down. El Camino up 3-0. Orozco looking to keep the deficit at where it is for Glendale. That's slicing down the line and foul.
Just a big pitch here, big at-bat. If Orozco can find his way to a strikeout, that would be tremendous. Needs an out here, though. Needs an out here.
The 3-2 from Aaron Orozco. Strike 3. Got him looking.
Just a big-time pitch there from Orozco. Missed with his breaking ball multiple times in that at-bat and the at-bat prior, and able to dial the best one of the day up when he needed it the most.
Caught everyone by surprise. We were all expecting fastball. We've seen it all season long. But sometimes it's okay to go against the odds. It'll work out in your favor. Lucas Sakai digs in. Runners on third and second, 2 men down. Pitch is outside, 1-0.
Big thing here is Orozco and the Warriors can't get too caught up in that last strikeout. That was a huge at-bat, huge strikeout for Orozco, but he still has work to do, still need to get the last out of this inning, and you have 2 runners in scoring position in a 3-run ball game.
1 ball and no strikes. Orozco gets the sign. Delivers a 1-0 pitch, fouled away. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now. We're in the bottom half of the 4th inning, 3-0 score. El Camino has a 1-0 lead in the series. We are in the sectionals, 1 stop away from advancing to the Final Four in Fresno, California. By the looks of things, we expect to see San Joaquin Delta down there. Orange Coast College as well. They have a 9-0 lead with a 1-0 series lead, as that is a ground ball towards the left side. Taishi Nakawake is there. Throw over to first base. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Orozco is pumped.
Great job by Orozco navigating his way out of that inning without giving up any runs. Taishi there to back him up like he's been all season long. Great, great job by the Warriors there.
Top of the 5th inning, 3-0 El Camino. The number 9 hitter, Taishi Nakawake, leads things off during the top half of the 5th inning for the Warriors. They are enjoying a 3-0 lead. The Vaqueros had runners on third and second with 1 man down. Aaron Orozco worked out of trouble efficiently. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Taishi Nakawake.
Third base playing really, really shallow. You can even see him in the frame here of the camera, I think. Very, very shallow.
Pitch is in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes. Taishi Nakawake committing to UC Irvine. Taylor Rashi is a current Warrior talent that's playing for the Anteaters this season over there. We wish him the best of luck. 2-0 is in there for a strike. It's now 2-1. Jeff, do you have any idea which university receives the most amount of talent from the Warriors, or at least the university that has received the most, I guess, historically, if you will?
You know, I don't know if we have one that gets more than the others. It kind of just depends on the year and, you know, what schools need what positions and what positions we're strong at. So,
is there one that stands out to you, perhaps?
You know, I know a handful of guys have gone to Indiana State, where I went. A handful of guys have gone to Irvine. I know we've had some guys go to Dominguez as well. Northridge had a couple guys go. So you've also had a lot of guys go to Mount Mercy over in Iowa. A number of student athletes transferring over there. So just kind of all over the place. But yeah, I think the South Bay has quite a few schools, or Southern California, I should say, has quite a few schools that like to look at us because they know that we bring, very talented individuals to the table.
Righty on lefty matchup, Jerry Granillo at the plate. Holcomb delivers the pitch. Off speed on the outer half and misses 1-0. Something that has been troubling Holcomb this game thus far is his command, especially on the first pitch of the at-bat. He tends to fall behind these hitters. Taishi Nakawaki has a good-sized lead over at first base. It's misses. Ball and no strikes here to Granillo. That's flied out towards center field. One man down.
Everything good, Rory? Everything's good. How are you? Doing good. Got a good crowd today.
Spencer Palmer digs in now. Grounded out towards third his first time up. Then he walked in the third inning. Righty on lefty matchup here for Holcomb on the mound. There goes Nakawake. Throw down to second from Choi. Tag is applied at the foot of Taishi. Two men down.
Close play. I like the thought there. Get a runner in scoring position for your big hitters coming up, but unfortunately not able to get there that time. It was thrown out. Good throw by the catcher.
Ball and no strikes. Yeah, Michael Choi is definitely a special talent, man. Yesterday, that third inning, he won us all over his fans. Pitches on the outer half. It's called a strike, 1-1. He's a nice young man, too, man. I spoke to him after the game. I actually went up to him randomly. I was like, dude, who's the catcher? He's like, oh, that's me. And he literally put his stuff down and gave me like a hug, man. So, yeah, that guy's a cool dude.
Yeah, seems like a nice guy.
The 1-1 is folded back. It's 1-2. Yeah, Jeff, I mean, one of those head-scratcher decisions yesterday was the fact that in the third inning, Gerardo Ramirez, their starter, was really getting lit up, if you would, and they kept him in the game. They were persistent. And quite frankly, I was expecting him to get the boot fairly early. And I thought they kept him into the game because they wanted to salvage some arms for game 2 and 3. But I think they brought in a total of 5 pitchers yesterday, so that was definitely still a questionable decision.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, you kind of try and run through it in your head, and it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to use that many arms, and let your guy go that deep into the game and get into that much trouble. So definitely a head scratcher on that one, but we'll see kind of how it affects the series moving forward. You see some bullpen action for the Vaqueros. Right now you got 2 right-handers in the bullpen, so we'll see how long Holcomb can stay in this ball game.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Spencer Palmer at the plate. Tall right-hander looks on the barrel to get a sign, delivers a pitch to Nubler towards the right side into the Vaquero dugout. Holcomb has had a fairly good outing. I mean, he has surrendered 3 runs. No, he's only surrendered 3 hits. He also does have 7 strikeouts.
Yeah, he's done a great job keeping the hitters off balance here for the Warriors. I mean, he's had 7 strikeouts through 4 innings. I mean, just doing a really good job, and we'll see what Palmer can do to combat that.
The 2-2. Towards the right side and foul. Battle brewing. Spencer Palmer. Holcomb on the mound. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Let's see who will give in.
Well, this is the type of at-bat that we've seen from Palmer for 2 years, right? He gets 2 strikes on him. He fights. He battles. scratches and claws for everything. He doesn't let pitches beat him, shortens his swing.
2-2 is low in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes now the count. Joseph Borges awaits on deck. Palmer today is 0 for 1 with the ground out and a walk. Holcomb gets the sign. Delivers a 3-2. On the outer half, ball 4. Second walk of the ball game for Spencer Palmer.
Just a great at-bat there. He got behind in the count, able to work his way back to full, and then takes a pitch that's really close, tough to lay off of. Works a walk with 2 outs here to bring up Borges.
Joseph Borges digs in now. 1 for 2 with a 2 RBI double in the 3rd inning. Spencer Long awaits on deck. Palmer does not pose a threat to run over at first base. Has a fair-sized lead nonetheless. Holcomb delivers the pitch. On the inner half, 1 ball and no strikes. Top of the 5th inning at Orange Coast College. They are enjoying a 10-0 lead. Sacramento City and Ohlone will be playing another game tomorrow as that is flied out towards deep left center field for the final out of the top half of the 5th. To the bottom half of the 5th inning we go. 3-0, your El Camino Warriors. Tom Tabak leads things off during the bottom half of the 5th inning for the Vaqueros. They're down by 3 runs. 1 loss away from being sent home. Pitch is fouled away. It's no balls and 1 strike. Tabak reached on a single in the bottom half of the 3rd inning, then stole a base. He was stranded on 3rd. That's poked out towards left center field. Borges will play it on a hop. Second single of the game for Tom Tabak. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, a little excuse me swing there. Kind of butt out single. But nonetheless, gets the leadoff man aboard yet again for this Vaqueros offense. So we'll see if same kind of thing happens for Roscoe and some more runners get on, or if he can limit the damage here and pitch around this leadoff base runner.
Trent McKenney, the leadoff hitter at the plate. El Camino and their pitching staff has done a nice job of keeping his bat quiet. I mean, this guy had a .460 batting average coming into the game. That's remarkable, Jeff. That's almost half of every time he goes up there, he comes down with a hit.
Yeah, and anytime you're up in the 4s, that's incredible. That's kind of next level stuff. So to see that coming into this ball game, that's a bit scary. But at least, like you said, these Warrior pitchers have done a fantastic job silencing his bat and the bat of most of the lineup.
We have yet to see a home run this series. Throw back over from Orozco.
Although Borges did give that his best shot. If he didn't hit that to the deepest part of this ballpark, I think that might have got out of here.
Good ride for sure. Tom Tabak, who's leading off of first base, stole a base in the third inning. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Orozco gets the sign, delivers a 1-0 pitch. It's on the outer half. It's even up the count at 1-1. Zach Lafata awaits on deck for Glendale, pardon me. Hansio in the hole. Here's the 1-1. On his way towards second base, Tom Tabak, aggressive base running, had no hesitation. He saw that despite the ball not getting past Brendan Casillas, he didn't have a clean hold on it, so he advanced towards second base. Trent McKenney now has a runner in scoring position. He's looking for his first hit of the series. 2 balls and 1 strike to count, no man down. It's a 3-0 ball game here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Orozco takes a peek towards second, delivers a 2-1. It's in there for a strike. Now it's 2-2. As I mentioned, Zach Lafado awaits on deck. Hansio in the hole.
And if you're the Vaqueros here, you want to be able to move Tabak to third base. You got to get him over with this out. Have a productive out at the plate.
The 2-2 is popped up.
It's not going to get it done.
Outskirts of the infield. Nakawake makes the play.
Great job there by Orozco. Gets a pop-up on the infield. Keeps the runner at second base, and Tabak, who's been aggressive, brings up the next batter. 1 out in the inning.
Zach Lafada digs in. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of pop-outs. Orozco takes a peek towards second. Wouldn't be surprised if he throws over. Instead, he comes to the plate. That's a ground ball heading up the middle, taking the turn on his way home and scoring easily as Tabak. It's a 3-1 ball game.
And the Glendale offense finally looking to come alive here, finally get a run across the board here in the 5th. Orozco just left a fastball over the heart of the plate there. Got hit up the middle for a base hit.
Yesterday, the Vaqueros only had 4 hits all game long. This time around, they have 5, and we are only in the bottom half of the 5th inning. So they've surpassed, I guess, what you could call their goal. Hansio at the plate. He walked and struck out. Brandon Lewis, the home run leader, awaits on deck. We'll take a look at the stolen base count for Zach Lafada. Count is at no balls and 2 strikes. Orozco sets. Delivers a pitch. Outer half misses. So Tabak leads the stolen bases in 15. So no surprise that he was an aggressive base runner while he was on. Zach Lafata, on the other hand, has 5 stolen bases on the season. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hansio at the plate. Sio is in his freshman year. Has a .376 batting average with 10 home runs and 27 RBIs. Orozco takes a peek towards first. Big lead there. Head first dive by Zach Lafata. Lafata took a huge secondary jump. Here's the 2-2. That's hit out towards left center field. Coming in, Ty Conrad. A diving attempt that hits off his glove. On his way towards third is Hans Sio. Or Zach Lafarda, pardon me. Hans Sio is standing at second with a one-out double.
And Orozco in some trouble again. Second and third, two-runner scoring position. Clinging to a two-run lead here with one out in the inning. And Lewis up, who we know can hit a ball out of a park.
Yeah, Brandon Lewis leads the team in home runs with 11. But all he needs here is a blooper. All he needs here is some outfield grass. Aaron Orozco will do it again. Time to eat. Right-hander delivers. Good block there by Brendan Casillas. Just managed to get a glove on it. And due to the last pitch there, Nate Friendly, with no hesitation, he'll go out to calm the emotions of his pitcher on the mound.
Likely just going to give him a little break in the action. You know, kind of let him take a breath, reset, think about things. We do see Diaz walking into the bullpen, though, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. But I think Orozco is going to do his best to get out of this inning
and stay in the ball game.
I wonder what his pitch count's at. He's had a couple long innings, couple tough innings, so pitch count might be up there a little bit, might be a concern, but you know, Diaz starting to get loose in the bullpen. Orozco just got to get out of this inning. He's got to find a way around this situation he's in.
The 1-0 misses outside. So Aaron Orozco is at least, because online it's fairly delayed, and that's where I'm getting the pitch count from. He's at least at 85 pitches. So his pitch count is up there. If he gets out of this inning, he might go one more. I don't think anything more than that. Yeah, 7 through 9, I think we'll see the bullpen for sure.
Yeah, I think it, you know, kind of depends on how the rest of this inning goes and how quickly he gets out. But I would think with the pitch count that high and possibly being higher, you know, this might be his last inning of work at the top of the 6th.
2 balls and 1 strike. High fastball swung on and missed, 2-2. Aaron Orozco, that's his money pitch to fastball. Got Lewis to miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 men on, 1 man down. 2-run lead for the Warriors. Game 2 of a best-of-3 series in the sectionals. Orozco looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers a 2-2. On the outer half, look good from here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Big pitch now. Orozco does have some room to play off. There is a base open at first. The 3-2 misses for ball 4. So here we go, Jeff. Here we go. Casey Slattery, who I believe leads the team in RBIs, digs in. I'll go ahead and confirm that statistic, and sure enough, he does. 44 RBIs on the season. This Vaqueros lineup is extremely potent, arguably the best hitting in the league. Bases are loaded with 1 man down. Aaron Orozco delivers a pitch. That's popped up towards left field. Ty Conrad gives chase. He'll make the play. The runner tags. Throw to the plate. Offline. It's a 3-2 ball game. The throw goes to third. The runner makes it down there safely. So the run did score, Jeff, but it's fair to say that's not the worst of occurrences here for Aaron Orozco.
Yeah, that was, yeah, you know, I'm not, so much just happened. I'm still kind of processing, not sure what all took place, but another run comes across for the Vaqueros team, and this is now a 3-2 ball game. 1-run lead here for the Warriors. Still an out to be had and a runner on third base. So, you know, Orozco's got to dial it in right now and get out of this inning.
Michael Choi digs in. That's a ground ball towards the left side. Taishi Nakawake juggles. The runner will make it down towards first base safely. Hansio scores from third. It's a tied ball game here in the 5th inning. He scored that one. An error?
Yeah, that's an error.
Still waiting the final decision. And Aaron Orozco still not out of it. He has surrendered 3 runs in the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's a tied ball game between Glendale and the Warriors. Pinch hitter seems like. And a gentleman who we saw in the lineup yesterday, his name is Hayden Luff, will come in as the designated hitter. Martinez struck out twice today. It's no balls and 1 strike to Luff. Luff, who was in yesterday's matchup, is at a .333 batting average with 7 home runs and 21 RBIs. Brandon Lewis is on second base. Michael Choi is at first. 3 runs have come in to score this half inning for Glendale. Orozco takes a peek towards second, delivers the 0-1. Luff is way late on it. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Julian Diaz, the freshman, continues to warm up in the bullpen for the Warriors. Two men down on the inning. 6 hits, 3 runs for the Vaqueros. 3 hits, 3 runs for the Warriors, accompanied by 1 error on their line. Here's the 0-2 from Aaron. Outside fastball, strike 3 called. 3 pitches. Strikeout recorded. And we head to the top of the 6th inning. We're not down, but we're tied. Spencer Long digs in. It's a new ball game. We're all tied up at 3 in the top half of the 6th inning. The makings of a very entertaining matchup between the Warriors and the Vaqueros. Bunt is showed by Long. He pulls it back. It's no balls and 1 strike. It'll be Spencer Long, Ty Conrad, and Aaron Orozco this half inning. As Jeff mentioned in between innings, it's the 3rd time around for the Warriors against Holcomb on the mound. Hopefully they have his number. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now. 3 runs came in to score for the Vaqueros in the bottom half of the 5th inning. They have yet to take the lead this series. El Camino has always found themselves out in front. That's lined up the middle for a base hit. Leadoff single for Spencer Long.
Great job there by Long, bouncing right back after that tough inning on defense. Long comes right back, says, I got your back, Orozco. I'll pick you up with a base hit here. Leadoff man aboard for the Warriors. And I would be shocked if we didn't see some sort of small ball here with runs being at a premium in this game.
So who knows if Aaron Orozco is going to stay on the mound. But he does come to the on-deck circle, so his bat will remain in the game for sure. Pitch comes inside. It hits Ty on the back. Here we go, Warriors. Here we go. And my goodness, Jeff, there is no one I'd rather have at the plate right now. Thank you, Sham. Than Aaron Orozco. Because as I said, Orozco, without a doubt, is an angry person. He does not like what happened in the bottom half of the 5th inning. And if you recall, earlier this year, he had given up a 3-run home run in the top half of the inning. During the bottom half of the inning, he came back with a 2-run shot of his own. He likes to take matters into his own hands, especially when he was, I guess you could say, at fault. First and second for Orozco. Huge opportunity for him. On the outer half, it's caught a strike by the home plate umpire, 0-1.
Yeah, this is a big moment here. You know Orozco wants to pick himself up and pick his team up after giving up the 3 spot. Perfect opportunity to do it here. He's got Ty on first and Long on second. All he needs to do is get a good pitch and know what he's trying to accomplish here.
Holcomb looks down the barrel to get a sign, delivers the pitch. That is foul towards the right side. 2 right-handers are getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Vaqueros. Awaiting on deck behind Orozco is Matthew Becerra and the whole Brendan Casillas. Tied up here in the top half of the 6th inning. Holcomb has 7 strikeouts through 5 innings pitched. Holcomb gets the sign. Here's the 0-2. That's a fastball, chopped foul towards the left side. Spencer Long leads off of second base. Not Joseph Borges, but Ty Conrad, pardon me, leads off of first. Long reached on a single. Ty Conrad was hit by the pitch.
Orozco's got to battle here. He's got to do something productive for his team.
No balls and 2 strikes. Holcomb delivers the pitch. That's a ground ball towards the left side to second for 1. On to first. Double play. And Orozco's got to be livid.
Now this is where the opportunity for a pass ball comes into play. We talked about the catcher not letting any balls get by him last game. Hopefully one sneaks by here and Long can scamper home, but 2 outs, Becerra at the plate. This would be huge, huge, huge for the Warriors if they could come back and put a run up right now.
It's a righty-on-righty matchup. Here comes the pitch to Becerra on the inner half. 1 ball and no strikes. See Logan Young and Jimmy Galicia with a bat. Getting loose. The right-hander delivers a pitch. Hits Becerra right on the back, and you heard the contact there. That one's got a sting. And a pinch hitter for Brendan Casillas, I believe. Sure enough, they'll bring in Logan Young.
Oh, it looks like Galicia.
Oh, Jimmy Galicia. Hear the music. Hear the music. Yeah. It's Jimmy. So we expect to see Mateo Gonzalez Drake take over behind the dish. We haven't seen Jimmy at the plate for a long time this season.
It's been a while since he's been in the lineup, no doubt. But early on in the season, we talked about how great he was offensively as well as on the mound. So, a guy that we know can hit. He's proven himself at the plate enough to earn this spot here. So we'll see if he can pick up the team.
He has a 273 batting average this season, 333 batting average in conference play. He only has 3 at-bats during conference play. He had 11 at-bats during non-conference play to put him at 14 at-bats total with 4 hits. No balls and 1 strike. The right-hander delivers to Galicia. Galicia's lay as that's foul towards the right side. Jimmy goes up there with no batting gloves. Got a full grip on the bat. Gonzalez Drake getting loose and warm behind the Warriors dugout, taking some squats, prepping his body to catch the remainder of the game. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Big strike out there for Holcomb on the mound. As we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning, it's a 3-3 ball game from Warrior Field. Lucas Akai leads things off during the bottom half of the 6th inning. He lays on a bunt towards the right side. Aaron Orozco flips over to Spencer Palmer, 1 away.
Good quick out there by Orozco. Get the good feeling going again. After you give up the 3 last inning, you want to come back and get some quick outs. So that's always going to be a good thing when you get that 1 pitch out.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say indeed that Aaron Orozco's on a tight leash here in this bottom half of the 6th inning. His pitch count is definitely in the 90s now at least. The 1-0 is in there for a strike.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think this will for sure be his last inning of work. Hopefully he can get through this quickly and easily.
1 ball and 1 strike to Tabac. Here's a 1-1. Popped up towards the right side of the infield. Spencer Palmer has a play. 2 men down. Trent McKinney, the big bat in the lineup, digs in. He remains scoreless this series. He came into the series with a .460 batting average. El Camino has done a nice job. It must be very frustrating for him indeed to not be able to perform, especially now when the Vaqueros need him to most. Though he is a freshman, that's a ground ball towards the left side. Taishi Nakawake is there to back up the diving Matthew Becerra, but the throw is not in time. Infield single for Trent McKinney.
Heck of an effort there by Nakawake, even to get that ball over there and that quickly. I mean, he made it a close play, and McKinney looked like he was running really well. So good effort there by Taishi and Becerra as well. Laid out for that ball just out of his reach.
And you've got to guess that this Vaqueros coaching staff would like to test out the arm of Gonzalez Drake, who was newly inserted into the ball game behind Brendan Casillas. Trent McKinney does have 12 stolen bases, so look for him to run. A ball and no strikes. Zach LaFada at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI single in the 5th inning. He also came around to score then. High fastball that runs inside. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Man, you can just feel the tension here in the ballpark too. 3-3 ball game, bottom 6. That's what playoff baseball is all about.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's hit out towards left field. Ty Conrad backpedaling. He makes the play and the inning is over. Let's get some runs on the board. Top 7, 3-3. New pitcher in the ball game for the Vaqueros. That's number 46, Reese Matheson. On the mound now here in the top half of the 7th inning as Taishi Nakawaki leads things off. He's 6'2", 175. He's a right-hander, a freshman out of Agora Hills, California, and Agora High School.
What'd you say it is, Matheson?
Matheson.
Matheson.
The 0-1 is a ground ball towards the right side. The second baseman is there. That'll be the first out of the inning. He has a 2.20 ERA. He has pitched 16 2/3. you don't really expect Granillo to have some country music to walk him up there, but yeah, that's the kind of music he chooses now. No balls and 1 strike to Jerry. He's 1 for 3 today with an RBI single in the 3rd inning, accompanied by 2 flyouts towards center field. No balls and 1 strike. Misses. 1-1. Well, the majority of the pitchers we've seen for the Vaqueros has trouble with their commands. Let's see how Reese Mathieson can fare on the mound. Here's a 1-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike. Now it's 1-2. Waiting on deck is Spencer Palmer. We're getting into the later innings. We're all tied up here at 3-3. Top half of the 7th. Game 2 of the sectionals. El Camino with a 1-0 lead in the series. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Misses high. The count is at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jerry Granillo has made himself notorious for working the pitch count during the postseason. He continues to do here against Mathieson. 2 balls and 2 strikes. I wouldn't be surprised at a full count. Sure enough, 3-2.
And Granillo's just been so good at this, right? He gets behind in the count. He's 1-2 and just kind of working his way back to 3-2. Now a full count. Just puts together such good at-bats at the top of the lineup for this Warriors offense.
The full count pitch from Mathieson. I bit my tongue there, Jeff. It looked good.
Looked like a breaking ball. Started on the inner part of the plate. Looked like it was going to be a strike, but it probably broke out of the zone. Good, really good eye there by Granillo. Like we said, just such a tough at-bat he is.
Yeah, as I like to mention to the viewers, we see everything from, I guess you could say the side of the plate. So anything that may be a little bit more towards the left or to the right looks to be dead center for us. Spencer Palmer digs in with a runner at first. You can tell he wanted to go there. Did he hold up? Yes, he did. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Joseph Borges waits on deck. There's 1 man down here in the top half of the 7th inning. It was a 3-0 ball game up until the bottom half of the 5th, where the Vaqueros came back to tie the ball game up at 3-3. Jerry Granillo leads off first base. He does not pose a big threat to run. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's fouled away from Palmer. We'll take a look at Jerry Granillo's count, and he is at a perfect 2 for 2 in stolen bases this season.
And Palmer seems to be just missing some pitches lately. He's got really good swings on him, right on timing-wise, but just missing them.
1 ball and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Called a strike now, 1-2. Mathieson looks down the barrel to get a sign. Peeks towards first base. There goes Granillo. That's a ground ball. It hits the pitcher. The only play will be towards first. So not too sure where that one hit Mathieson. I don't know if you got a better view than I did, Jeff.
No, I was actually trying to think of the same thing. Not sure where that got him.
Did you see, Sham, where it got him? Sham didn't see. Coaching staff making sure that their pitcher on the mound is okay. Joseph Borges with the go-ahead run aboard at second base. And Jeff, a complete different feel to today's ball game than yesterday's. This game feels like playoff baseball indeed.
Yeah, this is high intensity, stressful situations. This is what playoff baseball is all about.
Righty on a righty. Here's a pitch to Borges. He wanted to go. He held up. It's no balls and 1 strike. No balls and 1 strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Fouled away.
Borges such a good hitter. Been so good for the Warriors as of late, especially in the postseason. So, this is the guy that you want up right now. Runner on scoring position in Granillo.
Here's the 0-2. It's a high fastball. One ball and 2 strikes. Here comes a pitch. On the outer half, and it misses.
Good eye there by Borges. That looked so close from up here. Oh, man. Had to hold my breath for that call. 2-2 count, though.
Here it comes, the 2-2 pitch to Joseph Borges. On the outer half, and it misses again. Jay Granillo on second base. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Borges. Strike 3. Bottom of the 7th. 3-3 ball game. Bottom half of the 7th inning, and the intensity goes up even higher. Hansio, Brandon Lewis, Casey Slattery, the heart of the lineup, steps in. And Aaron Orozco back for the 7th inning. Jeff, I did not expect that.
Yeah, I did not see that one coming with a pitch count that seems to be as high as it is. But, I would imagine now, as we mentioned before, he's probably on a short leash, so any sort of trouble, Diaz, once again, is in the bullpen getting warm and ready, so we'll see how this plays out.
That's hit out towards left field. Ty Conrad plays it on a hop. That's a leadoff single for Hansio. Brandon Lewis digs in now. Julian Diaz continues to get warm in the bullpen here for the Warriors. Brandon Lewis was hit by a pitch in the first. He walked in the 4th, and he walked in the 5th inning. No official at-bat for him today. He has 11 home runs on the season. That's hit out towards left center. Coming in Ty Conrad. He'll make the play. There's 1 man down. Casey Slattery digs in now. He had a sacrifice fly out on the 5th inning. That was a play involving Ty Conrad that was in foul territory in front of the Warriors batting cage. It's a lefty on righty matchup for Slattery. He leads the team in RBIs with 45 now. On the outer half, and it misses. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Michael Choi awaits on deck. Hayden Luff in the hole. 3 runs apiece, 8 hits for the Vaqueros, 4 hits for the Warriors. Orozco delivers a 1-0 pitch. It misses way outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Mateo Gonzalez Drake is behind the plate for the Warriors. Brendan Casillas started off the ballgame. Casillas was pinch hit for as Jimmy Galicia stepped in his place. 2 balls and no strikes. That's a high fastball. Nowhere to be found. It's 3-0 now. Jeff mentioned it at the top of the inning. Orozco on the mound is on a tight leash. He has a high pitch count. He should be close to the 100 mark. 3 balls and no strikes. Huge lead there. The throw goes back over to first base. You saw a big secondary by Louis Bahancio, who's leading off at first base here for Glendale. Julian Diaz continues to warm up in the bullpen for the Warriors. Pitch is on the outer half. It's caught a strike. It's now 1-1. Slattery thought it was outside. He was walking down the first base line already. On deck is the catcher, Michael Choi. Here's the 3-1. Misses for ball 4. Runners on first and second. 1 man down as Michael Choi, the catcher, digs in. He's 1 for 3 with a double, or with a single, pardon me. He reached on an error also in the 5th inning. Nate Friendly's out on the mound to talk with his pitcher. Gives him a pat on the bum. Here comes the freshman Julian Diaz. Brandon Choi, or Michael Choi, pardon me, digs in. Runners on first and second, 1 man down. Julian Diaz making perhaps his most important appearance of his career here at El Camino College. He delivers the pitch that's lined towards the left side for a single. They hold Hansio at third. The bases are loaded. With one man down for Hayden Luff. Here we go. It was a good throw back into the infield by Ty Conrad to prevent the runner from scoring. 3-3 ball game. One man down in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Hayden Luff at the plate. Julian Diaz on the mound. Diaz looks towards second base. Here's the pitch on the outer half. 1-0. Diaz doesn't have a ton of speed behind his fastball, but he does have good breaking stuff. It's an intense ball game for sure. This is what it's all about. We are in the sectionals. Hayden Luff at the plate. He takes a strike. It's 1-1. Sammy Martinez was originally the designated hitter. He was pinch hit for in the 5th inning by this man at the plate, Luff. Hansio is on third. Casey Slattery on second. Michael Choi at first. Here's a 1-1 pitch. Slapped foul towards the left side. As I mentioned, Julian Diaz has a good breaking ball. Maybe something in the dirt to catch Luff fishing. Big at bat. Big pitch. Everything on the line. Diaz gets the sign from Gonzalez Drake behind the plate. Hayden Luff steps out of the box. One ball and 2 strikes. No movement in the bullpen for the Warriors. It's on Diaz. That's a ground ball towards the right side. Flip to second for one. Instead, Taishi Nakawake steps on the bag. Throws to first. Double play! Double play! Julian Diaz, just what the doctor ordered. We head to the top half of the 8th inning, all tied up at 3. Hayden Luff, 6-3 double play to close out a bases-loaded jam for the Warriors. Leading off the 8th inning for El Camino College, Spencer Long. He'll be followed by Ty Conrad and Aaron Orozco, the designated hitter. Jeff, what a great turn of events for Julian Diaz.
Just incredible. Just he didn't back down from the situation. He took it head on, grabbed the bull by the horns, and was able to come up huge for his team.
At first pitch he delivered, single towards left field. Went ahead to load the bases. He then induced a double play, 6-3 by Taishi Nakawake. No balls in 1 strike. Here comes the pitch to Spencer Long. Reese Mathieson remains on the mound for the Vaqueros. No balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander delivers the pitch. That's a chopper towards the right side. The pitcher juggles. He could not sustain it. Spencer Long reaches on an error.
Huge turn of events there. The pitcher had it. Easy play, just couldn't transition to his throwing hand to flip it over there. Bobbles the ball. Spencer Long, good, and credit Spencer Long. Good hard 90 down the base path. Put a little bit of pressure on the pitcher there.
Jeff, I've got to say, that's potentially the most, I think, petty error I've ever seen.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow, especially if it comes back to hurt you.
He had a ton of time, had the ball in his glove, just couldn't transfer it. My goodness. Well, who's complaining? Here we go. No balls and 1 strike to Ty Conrad.
You got to wonder here if the Warriors are going to put a bunt on, try and move Long over to second base, get him in scoring position for Orozco. It's a big moment here. Big at-bat here for Ty Conrad, number 21.
And it's not the first time we've seen it, Jeff. Conrad likes to lay down the bunt, especially for a hit, pardon me. And he laces this one towards the left side, but foul. Aaron Orozco waits on deck for the Warriors. No balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander delivers to Conrad. There goes Long. The throw down to second. Not in time. Spencer Long got a tremendous jump.
Great job there by Long. Knew that the Matheson on the mound and Mathieson on the mound. Huge leg kick. Plenty of time for them to run. So great job by him recognizing that and getting down to second base in plenty of time. Now Ty Conrad has a job to do. Got to get him to third base here. Got to move him over. Come on, Ty.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Conrad is due for one, and he wants it. I can assure you that. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Aaron Orozco waits on deck. 3-3 ball game. El Camino has only 4 hits this matchup. Here comes the pitch on the outer half. Strike 3. Conrad strikes out looking for his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. Very frustrating at bat for him. But fortunately for the Warriors, during his AB, Spencer Long advanced to second on a stolen base.
Yeah, so in scoring position still. Obviously not the at bat you want to see, not the outcome you want, but still have a runner in scoring position in Spencer Long, who runs well. So all you need is a base hit to score a run here. Orozco wants to contribute to his team, give back after giving up the 3 runs on the mound.
Orozco surely wants to be the hero. High fastball, 1-0. You saw the emotion from him when he was taken off the mound. He was not satisfied whatsoever with his outing, but has an opportunity to make it up for his offense. A ball and no strikes. Mathieson steps off the rubber. We're in the top half of the 8th inning, all tied up at 3. Jonathan Ortiz alongside Jeff Miura via Stretch Internet for Game 2 of a best-of-3 series in the sectionals. The Warriors a 1-0 lead. They had a 14-2 ball game yesterday. It was all them. It was all their party. This time they're trying to pull one out in the late innings. To check swing, fouled away. You can tell Orozco wanted to hold up.
Yeah, a bit of an excuse me swing there. Not the pitch that he was looking for. Kind of got out in front, but just wasn't able to hold up enough, so fouled it off. Orozco he's just a dangerous hitter. He's got all the room in the world out there on the field. You got to feel good about having him up there right now.
1 ball and 1 strike. It's in the dirt, gets past Choi on his way towards third is Long. The first time all series long we've seen a pitch get past Michael Choi.
And in a huge, huge situation, you know, not at all what the Vaqueros wanted to happen. Now you're going to have to bring the infield in here. It's going to expose a lot more grass, give up a lot more hits this way, but it's what you have to do to keep this game where it's at.
On the outer half, it misses for a ball. Aaron Orozco, he's notorious for hitting everything on the line, too. He makes really good contact off the bat. Here's the 3-1. That's fouled towards the right side. A full count pitch. Orozco's got to cash Spencer Long in from third base. Huge opportunity for the Warriors. The escape, perhaps the most dangerous of situations with the bases loaded and one man down in the bottom of the seventh. They're presented with an opportunity of their own as the 3-2 is flied out towards shallow center. It's going to be a close play. They've got to send him. They do. The throw to the plate, offline, and it hits off the glove of Michael Choi. Law gets in there diving. Here we go. 4-3 ball game in favor of the Warriors.
Oh, and you know Orozco's got to feel so good about that. He finally had a chance to pick his team up again, and he does it this time. Oh, what a play. Just a gutsy call by third base coach Grant Palmer, sending Long on that incredibly shallow fly ball. But, Jonathan, it pays off.
Let's do it, man. It's a game of risk. Why not?
What's that saying? Fortune favors the bold, right? A bold decision there by Grant Palmer gets him in. We're not done.
Got a little bit of a huddle there between all the coaches. And Matthew Becerra alongside Mateo Gonzalez-Drake. They're trying to buy Spencer Long some time.
That's what I think.
To warm
I
up in
think
the
as well.
bullpen.
I think they're trying to buy some time for Long to get loose in the bullpen. As we see him.
Very savvy, Nate. Very savvy. No wonder I saw them smirk a little bit. I was like, what are they talking about? They have no runners on with two men down. They've got Kyle. Look at him. All of them walking away with a smile. Jeff, man, that was a close play. You had to do it, though. With two men down, tied ball game, one win away from Fresno, you got to send them.
Yeah, you know, and that comes all right back to the scouting report. You know, this coaching staff does such a fantastic job getting scouting reports on all the outfield, their throwing arms, you know, their range in the outfield. So Palmer at third base, Grant Palmer, that is, just taking it upon himself to for that bold call, and it pays off. Warriors with the lead here in the top of the eighth.
The Let's Go Warriors chant coming from the stands. The Warrior faithful can taste it. Fresno, you're so close, yet so far. 0-1 count is a 1-1 now for Matthew Becerra. And all game long, including yesterday's game, we were talking about how good Michael Choi has been behind the plate for the Vaqueros. He had a ball trickle past him that advanced Spencer Long to third. He then could not sustain the ball that was thrown to him from his center fielder. Ground out towards second base. Matthew Becerra puts an end here to the top half of the eighth inning. Is it Spencer Long's turn, or will we still see Julian Diaz out there? We'll take a look, and we'll find out once we come back from the break. So the man who got the Warriors to the sectionals, Spencer Long, takes the mound. I think it's a 6-out save situation if you ask me, Jeff. He's been terrific, outstanding for the Warriors coming out of the pen. The only time he surrendered the lead, as a matter of fact, even a run, was in that game against Cypress College, where he hit a walk-off home run.
Yeah, he's just been tremendous all year long. I mean, he was an all-conference pitcher. Had under a 1 ERA all season long. He had the one bad outing last time, but he's just been so good.
Let's hit out towards center field. Joseph Borges camps underneath it. There's one away. Tom Tabak digs in. Righty on lefty matchup. Oh, and 1 is golfed at and missed. No balls and 2 strikes to Tom Tabak. Trent McKinney awaits on deck for the Vaqueros. Julian Diaz takes over for Spencer Long at second base. Well, something we didn't see, Jeff, that we typically see is Julian Diaz getting the first pitch out for Spencer Long, as that is just found a way by Tom Tabak to keep him alive.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all year long, going to Diaz for the first out, but not this time. But I'm sure Long's not too upset about that. He'll take the fly out to Borges any day.
The 0-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Gonzalez Drake recovers, throws over to first. 2 men down.
Might have a pinch hitter here. Nope, I lied. McKinney back up to the plate.
Let's do it. Trent McKinney digs in.
He came in swinging his arms like he was getting loose. I thought it was a pinch hitter.
Oh.
I guess that's why I don't do your job, huh?
No, it's not good. I mean, Jeff, you're great at it. I heard that last broadcast when I wasn't here. Pitch is in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes.
And how good has Gonzalez Drake been behind the plate, coming in for Casillas, in this ball game? I think in the 5th inning or so, and he's just been great back there. You don't really notice, you don't miss a beat with him back there.
Pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-1. Long gets the sign, delivers the 1-1 pitch. It's in there for strike 2. So Spencer Long is having no trouble whatsoever finding the strike zone. And the beautiful thing about him, not only does he have good velocity on his fastball, but any off-speed pitch, man, it definitely comes in there hard. Good movement, good speed to that as well, as the 1-2 is popped up towards the right side and out of play. Strike 3, backwards K, bottom of the 8th, 3 outs away from Fresno. Until Gonzalez Drake leads things off during the top half of the 9th inning. El Camino in desperate need of some insurance. No lead, is safe. Pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1, and I told him I would do this yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Giovanni Romero, if you're watching our broadcast, that's my cousin. He's a huge Warriors fan. He's been alongside me at the games ever since I started broadcasting, so kudos to you, cousin. I'll see you out in Fresno if we make it that far, huh? No balls and 1 strike. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. No balls and 2 strikes now the count to Gonzalez Drake. It'll be Mateo, Taishi Nakawake, and Jerry Granillo. Chopper. No balls and 2 strikes. The right-hander gets the sign. Mathieson remains on the mound here for the Vaqueros. That slapped foul towards the right side and out of play.
Yeah, Gonzalez Drake doing a good job here battling, fouling off a couple pitches. Just looking to put together a good at-bat, a quality at-bat here for his team in this leadoff spot.
Taishi Nakawake waits on deck. Jerry Granillo in the hole. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Ground ball towards the left side. Hits off the shoe of the third baseman. Nakawake's aboard with an infield single, perhaps, Jeff. What do you call it? An error?
I think that's got to be an error. It was right to him, just went under his glove and hit him in the foot. I mean, he hit it hard, but it was right at it. Looked like they gave him a hit. The score booth called it a hit, so we'll call it a hit as well.
All right.
1 out knock for Taishi. I like it.
Jerry Granillo digs in. We saw Nakawake run early this ball game. There was a bluff, but nothing more. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. One ball and 1 strike to Jerry Granillo. Leading off of first base is Taishi Nakawake. He reached on a 1-out single. Spencer Palmer waits on deck for the Warriors. It's a 4-3 ball game in the top half of the 9th inning. Throw back over to first base. That's not in time.
Whew, man, I am nervous. I'm like all sorts of tense and butterflies in my stomach.
Oh, sure enough, man. This is huge here. This is huge for the Warriors. Jeff, prior to 2017 when we made it to Fresno, when was the last time we had made it?
2010.
All right. So that was 7 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, it's just so tough to make it to Fresno. You know, to be one of the Final Four teams in California, it's such a tough thing to accomplish.
The 1-1 is on the outer half, 2-1. And the last time we won it all?
I don't know if we've ever won a state title in baseball. I don't think we have.
Wow.
Unless my memory is failing me, but I'm not aware of a state championship team.
2 balls and 1 strike. Reese delivers. It's in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Jerry Granillo. He continues to put together quality at-bats.
And the thing about Granillo is he puts together these quality at-bats, but he's also not afraid to swing and hit a ball hard down the line somewhere. We've seen him do it before. He's got some pop in his bat, and he'll put a charge into one if you give him a good pitch to hit.
3 balls and 1 strike as Taishi Nakawaki leads off of first base. Palmer awaits on deck. Throw back over. Quick tag there by the third baseman, Casey Slatery, but not in time. Three balls and 1 strike. Mathieson gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That's ripped down towards right field. Going back to right fielder. And you can say bye to that one in 3 different languages. Sayonara, aloha, and adios. Jerry Granillo goes deep. 2-run home run. It's a 6-3 Warrior ball game, and Jerry Granillo is living his best life.
What a moment to come up big for his team. And we just talked about it. He can put a charge into one when you give him a good pitch to hit. He got one, and he absolutely did not miss it. Deposits that over the right field fence. And this ball game just changed to a 3-run lead here for the Warriors in the top of the 9th inning. What a at-bat.
What a shot. What a result. What a play. What a guy. What a team. 6-3. We'll take a break. Six to 3 ball game. A 2-run shot off the bat of Jerry Granillo, giving the Warriors extra cushioning as they are 3 outs away from Fresno. From the Final Four. That was his first home run, I think, ever in a Warriors uniform. Man, Jeff, this season has been filled of spectacular, uncalled, spontaneous, brilliant moments, man.
It's just incredible. You know, it just adds to the long list of incredible plays and occurrences here in this season, especially late in this season. And, you know, we've talked about it, though, time and again on this broadcast. Granillo does such a great job putting together quality at-bats, right? Being a tough out.
Towards the left side, it'll be trouble in foul territory and out of play.
And he does, Granillo did it once again. He put together a fantastic at-bat, took pitches that were out of the zone, didn't help the pitcher out, worked himself into a good hitter's count, and then got the fastball he was looking for, jumped on it, and did not miss it. Just a fantastic, fantastic at-bat by Granillo.
And Jeff, it's fair to say that you almost called that when you said he puts together good at-bats, but he is not afraid to take it down the line. Yeah. Sure enough, a 2-run shot down the line. That's Guillermo Pinedo. As a leaping stop by the second baseman.
And the Vaqueros.
That's a nice play.
Yeah, they dodged a bullet with that one because that was a couple inches from being another single and just keeping this momentum going for the Warriors here. Now Borges up with 2 outs in the inning.
Spencer Long waits on deck. Joseph Borges at the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Towards the left side, it falls in for a base hit. 2-out single for Borges.
Yeah, another good job by Borges. I mean, this kid is just, all he's doing is hitting lately. Pokes another one into the outfield for a hit. Brings up Spencer Long.
Spencer Long digs in. And today was just an all-around team effort for sure. You had the outing by Aaron Orozco. Not his best, but he only surrendered 3 runs. He kept the team in the game. You had that double play induced by Julian Diaz. You had that scoreless inning pitched by Spencer Long. You had that 2-run home run from the bat of Jerry Granillo. You had those RBI hits from Jerry Granillo, who had one of those, and then you had another from Joseph Borges. Borges is on his way towards second. He'll get there.
Yeah, I mean, I think you hit it on the head, Jonathan. I think that's just been kind of up and down the lineup. This team has just done whatever it takes to get the job done. They put up 3 runs in the 3rd. They put up another one in the 8th, 2 more here in the 9th. Just, it's from everybody. You know, it's not just one guy. It's everybody's contributing to this win.
Pitch is in there for a strike. It's 1-1.
I guess I shouldn't call it a win yet, contributing to this game so far. It's still 3 outs to get on defense, and this inning's still going here with Long at the plate.
Well, last time we had a 3-run lead going into the 9th, Jeff, it turned ugly, so.
That's exactly why.
That one hit the home plate umpire, I think, on the shoulders. That one made no type of contact with the glove of Michael Joy.
Yeah, that was, I think that had to be a cross-up as far as pitches go. I think the sign that was relayed from the catcher was taken by the pitcher to mean a different pitch. So they both thought they were throwing a separate pitch, and I think that's how that happened. Catcher must have been expecting an off-speed pitch, and the fastball goes right by his glove and hits him in the chest.
Two balls and 1 strike. Pitch is in the dirt.
(3-1) count here. Good hitters count for Long. We'll see if he's looking for a fastball, inner half. Something he could do some damage with.
Pitches a ground ball towards the left side. Hits off the glove of the third baseman. Taking the turn on his way home is Joseph Borges. He'll get there standing. 1 run comes in to score for the Warriors. It's now a 7-3 ball game. Score that one an error, right, Jeff?
It's got to be an error right off the glove, right into the outfield. Great job by Spencer Long hitting the ball hard. When you hit balls hard, good things happen. So, he was in a good hitter's count, 3-1, got a fastball, hit it hard, and got lucky there. But another run comes across, just further cushioning this lead here for the Warriors late in the game.
That's hit out towards the left side. The third baseman is there. Throw to second, and the inning's over. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, El Camino Baseball every year embarks on a journey to make it to Fresno. We made it in 2017, came short of our goal. And ever since then, we've had unfinished business. We are 3 outs away from the Final Four. We'll be right back. Seems to be a pinch hitter here for the Vaqueros. That is number 43. Get you his name shortly. That's Mitchell Rathbun. The Let's Go Warriors chant continues from the stands. On the outer half, it's called a strike, 0-1. El Camino 3 outs away from advancing to the Final Four in Fresno, California. Long looks down the rail to get a sign, delivers a pitch. It's a breaking ball in the dirt. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball and 1 strike. Spencer Long delivers. Good off speed on the outer half, caught a strike. It's 1-2. Long has 2 Ks already. He came in during the bottom half of the 8th inning. We'll take a look at the final scores around the league on their way to Fresno. San Joaquin Delta, Orange Coast College. Next up, how about us? El Camino College. A ball and 2 strikes to Rathbun. Pinch hitting for Zach Lafata. Hansio waits on deck. Here's the 1-2 from Long. Outer half, the home plate umpire does not budge. Count is even at 2-2. This is still a very potent offense for the Vaqueros. They have good numbers. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled away. The count remains 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Throw goes over to first, 1 man down.
Great start there by Long. Exactly what you want to do. Get that first guy out. get yourself feeling good, get back into your zone, into your rhythm after the offense, and you just want to keep throwing strikes, stay in the zone, do what you do. He's been so good all year long. He's got 2 outs to go.
Hansio digs in now for the Vaqueros. It's no balls and 1 strike. See that, Jeff? Prepping a Gatorade bath here in the back. It's a little secret. 0-1 on the inner half. It's gone to strike 0-2. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Still need 2 outs here. Got to finish this ball game. Easy to get excited, get wrapped up in it, but got to finish this game right here.
Here's 0-2 pitch from long. Strike 3. Throw it around the horn. Mattel Gonzalez strike. 1 out away. 1 out away.
And this is what playoff baseball is all about. This is what we worked all year for. 1 out away. Spencer Long on the mound. Looks in control. Looks comfortable. Looks confident. 1 out away here, Jonathan.
Their team leader in home runs, Brandon Lewis, with their last sense of hope. Fastball is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Long gets the sign. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's now, well, I thought it would be 0-2. Now it's even at 1-1.
I think a lot of people thought that was going to be 0-2. That looked like a good pitch. I'm not sure where that missed.
Here's a 1-1. In there for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Oh, you can smell it. Oh, it's time. Oh, here we go. The Warriors 1 strike away from advancing to Fresno. Months long of hard work as the 1-2 is hit out towards shallow left center. Out of Saishi Nakawaki, he'll have to play it on a hop. 2-out single for Brandon Lewis. It keeps the Vaqueros alive as Casey Slattery digs in. Here comes the pitch. Comes inside to hit Slattery. So runners on first and second with 2 men down for the Vaqueros. Hancion digs in now. Or check that. That's actually Michael Choi.
And this is where Long's got to just reset after that hit by pitch. He gave up the hit. Weak contact, just found a hole, but hit by pitch. Now you got 2 runners on. Got to get back to your zone, reset your sights, and get this last out of the ball game here.
Lewis leads off a second. Slattery off a first. Choi at the plate. It runs inside. It's 1-0. Popped foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball and 1 strike. Long takes a peek towards second, settles back in, swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Now once again, the butterflies, the sweaty palms, the crowd on their feet. Spencer Long has got a good 2-strike pitch. The Warriors 1 strike away from reaching their ultimate goal. Long takes a peek towards second, delivers the pitch. It's in the dirt. Gonzalez straight keeps it in front of him, preventing the runners from advancing. 7-3 ball game here in the bottom half of the 9th inning. We are in the sectionals. El Camino with a 1-0 lead in the series. The Warriors looking to cap off a historic season with a trip to Fresno. The 2-2 gets away from Gonzalez's strength. The runners advance 90 feet. The count is full for Michael Choi. And Jeff, pardon me, I called you Jafe. You've got to appreciate the fact that the Warriors did bring 3 runs across the plate during the top half of the 9th inning.
Yeah, it's just huge. You know, it's huge. It gives you a cushion. Gives you some extra confidence going into this inning.
Because if not, the Vaqueros would have the winning run on second as the pitch misses for ball 4 to bring the tying run to the plate. Glendale City College and Hayden Luff, who grounded into a double play with the bases loaded and a 1-man down in the 7th inning. We got 2 quick outs for sure. Now we're waiting for out number 3. Meeting on the mound, and we'll take a little break. The bases are loaded. Here comes the pitch. Runs inside. It's 1-0. Long's got to hit the zone. Got to give them something to hit. Ball and no strikes. On the outer half, it's 1-1. Man, this is a very, very, very dangerous situation for the Warriors. Everyone in this lineup is capable of going deep for the Vaqueros. Especially with the left-hander, that porch in right field is short. 1 ball and 1 strike the count. Long gets the sign. He delivers the 1-1 pitch on the outer half for strike 2. So he does it to us once again. 3rd time in a row with the bases loaded this time around. There are 2 outs with 2 strikes.
I don't know how much more of this I can take, Jonathan. I think I'm getting gray hairs up here.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Long looks down the barrel to get a sign. The right-hander out of El Segundo delivers a high fastball for a ball. It's 2-2.
1 strike away. Long needs 1 good strike here. 1 good pitch. Dial up something. Your best pitch of the day right now.
And if this is how we feel, you can only imagine how Long and the hitter at the plate feel, Jeff. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Spencer Long delivers the pitch. That's lined towards the right side into the Vaquero dugout and out of play. It stayed hanging. Hayden Luff got a good piece of wood on that one. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Matthew Becerra just shouted over to Spencer Long, finish him. And sure enough, that is what we all want. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Long delivers. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Regionals, done. Super Regionals, done. Sectionals, done. On our way to Fresno. Sladen, this one is for you, and we're not done yet. The 2019 El Camino Warriors cap off a historic run with a trip to the Final Four. Fastball on the outer half. Spencer Long said good night to the Glendale City College Vaqueros. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to bring you Warrior baseball all season long. But let's just say this, we are leaving on a good note. and there is no better way to say goodbye. So we've got San Joaquin Delta, Orange Coast College, and the El Camino Warriors. 3 out of the 4 teams ready and set to go to Fresno. And it's coming. The Gatorade bath is coming. Stay alert on the camera, folks. The El Camino Warriors, with an overall record of 37-7, a conference record of 17-5, 20-3 record at home, 17-4 record away, team batting average of 270, dominant pitching alongside that, and we've made it. We have made it. El Camino College is on their way to Fresno for the second time in 7 years. '18, always a warrior. Heaven's rejoicing, and so is Warrior Field. The smiles on these guys' face. It's a beautiful sight. Gotta get Jerry Granillo up here. Jerry's avoiding us. We got to really enjoy the moment, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Ortiz here alongside Jeff Muir. We just want to say thank you for accompanying us all season long via Stretch Internet. You know, it's been a remarkable and unforgettable season indeed. We just want to thank you guys for being here along for the ride. And we can tell you that the 3C2A does do their personal broadcast of the Final Four Championship at Fresno. Therefore, expect to find that on YouTube Live. We want Jerry Granillo up here. And we've got his attention. He's coming up.
Thanks, buddy.
Sham, thanks for all your hard work, man. Appreciate it. We'll take a short break as we prep our headsets. Yeah, baby. We've got Jerry Granillo up here with us today. Jerry, historic season. You guys endured a lot. You endured the loss of a brother, and you also had your moments of glory. What does this title mean to you guys? You're on your way to Fresno.
It's unbelievable. I mean, the sacrifice we did to get here, I mean, the stuff we've been through, this team has gone through a lot. And, I mean, we all battle. No one gives up. You know, last series it showed, you know, down. I don't know, we're just so much fight in this team. It seems like everyone just clicks, everyone gets along, everyone knows what to do, everyone has the right mentality, and it paid off.
And they have Coach Nate Fernley. Here's a Gatorade bath, and they've got him. Oh, that's cold. I thought they were going to get you, Jerry, but at least you're nice and dry up here.
I know. I'm pretty happy it's not me.
Jerry, you didn't see a lot of action during conference play, but here in the postseason, you had an opportunity to play. Logan Young went down with an injury, and you have executed tremendous at-bats at the plate. You've seen a ton of pitches. Talk about your approach.
You know, right now, as a leadoff batter, I come up to the plate first at bat, usually just thinking, you know, I'm going to make sure everyone else in the lineup, you know, sees what this pitcher has. And right now, I just go up there thinking, hit hard up the middle, try to stay on top of the ball. Lately, in like batting practice, I've been hitting like pop flies. And Coach Grant always tells me, on top of the ball, just think on top of the ball, everything will go right.
I know you need to get down there, so just your quick final question. How good did that home run feel, man?
It was
First of your El Camino career, boss.
It was insane. I go up there, 3-1 count. I'm like shit. I'm like literally like my hands are sweating. I'm like, all right, I probably got to call time. I'm a little nervous. And I look back, call time.
You called time, didn't you?
I call time, and the umpire goes, I look at him, and he goes, no time. I turn around, and the pitcher's already about to throw the ball. And I just looked, didn't even think. I just swung. I look, and I'm like, wow. I literally was like, that's insane.
That's it, baby. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Best of luck to you guys, man.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Ortiz alongside Jeff Miera. And we thank you immensely for joining us this season. It's been an absolute incredible journey. It has been the most memorable baseball season that I have ever called. I thank all of you for joining us, and I am sure Jeff is as appreciative. Thank you so much. We love you guys. We enjoy every second of it. It's a good way to say goodbye. We're on our way to Fresno. We'll see you there. Jonathan Ortiz alongside Jeff Miera signing off for the final time this season. El Camino College is on their way to Fresno. Slayton, this one's for you. Have a very pleasant rest of your Saturday afternoon.